Man, it's good to be back in the studio. Long time no
Back
pod.
in the stew.
Same state for the first time in a long time. Feels
We
good.
are not in the same state. I am away from the state that you're in again.
And what state would that be?
Tennessee.
I thought you were here.
I was here. I was there. Sorry.
we were.
Now I'm here.
You were here, but now you're here there.
Well, by here, now I'm here.
Yes, you're here. Your here for you is there for me, and my here for me is here for me. Yes.
And here for you is there for me. Right.
Right.
And so that's where I was, but now I'm not there.
I was wondering why the sun felt a little dimmer today in the state of Tennessee, and now I know.
Daylight savings time, probably.
Yeah, that must be it. What I will say, something that always brightens my day, hitting it, Hutch.
You know what it is now, boys and girls of the podcast world. Matt and Tyler on the mics. They're gonna stay here until they agree. They're gonna stay here until they agree. Oh, thank you for listening. This show's called Until We Agree. Oh, thank you for listening.
Dude,
you're not ready.
You're not ready for this. Welcome back to Until We Agree, the only podcast that keeps going until we agree. My name is Matt, joined as always by Tyler from Until We Agree. We're Matt and Tyler from Until We Agree. What we were just saying as we come out of the Hit It Hutch is welcome back to Until We Agree, first of all. And neither of us are ready for today's episode, not because we don't want to be here, because we want to be here so bad. There's nowhere else I'd rather be than with the Rat Pack on this sunny but dim Monday afternoon for me. Call it a Tuesday for you, the Rat Pack, or any day you're listening. So you're on fire so far. But what we're not ready for is what we're talking about today, because it's that quarterly tradition where we're a little bit behind schedule on the podcast, so we had to do Surprise Topic Tuesday, everyone's favorite.
And what by had to, wanted to, and are enthused by.
Here's the thing. We have a plethora of enthusiasm for this. Note that vocabulary word, please. Thank you, editor. A plethora of
spell it
of ecstasy.
Throw back to the spelling bee.
Ecstasy.
Spell
ECSTA.
Nope, the other one.
SYCY.
I don't care about that one. But even though you can't spell it, I'd go with plethora.
Plethora. PLETHORA. Plethora.
Nice.
But why we have enthusiasm for it is because it gets to test our ever evolving and growing and strengthening improvisational skills until we agree on stuff that the other person doesn't know about. What that means for the audience is you have to listen to our ever expanding and strengthening improv skills. It may not be where they need to be yet, but we're hoping to get positive feedback for the first time on one of these episodes today.
Well, I want to go first because I think you might steal it from me if I don't.
Oh no. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
And maybe not. Maybe this flew past your head because it kind of did until I thought about it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you saw the news about Jimmy Carter.
Yes, former President Jimmy Carter, fan of the show, passed away. I did see that.
At age 100.
Mm-hmm. Pretty incredible.
Suspicious timing.
Yeah, you don't think...
Who do you think was
I was about
behind
to say, do you think maybe he got some FLOWERS for his birthday that maybe we're hanging around?
And his birthday was 2 months ago, but when the flowers go, so does he.
Sure.
Rest in peace to
Known
JC Jr.
Known fact about flowers: live flowers survive for 2 months on average. Thank you for pointing that out.
Didn't he have a farm? I'm sure he knows how to take care of them.
Yeah, I'm sure that was on the top of his priority list for the last 2 months of his life, was taking care of his birthday flowers.
And if I know anything about JC, that's exactly what he's been doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, sure. What else do you know about JC? Truly.
I think Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he was the 37th president of the United States. Is that right?
I could not tell you. I couldn't tell you.
Let's go. I'm going to fact check that right now, actually. Live fact check. 39th.
39th. Close enough, though. 37th, known criminal Richard Nixon, probably.
I mean, that doesn't sound right either.
Hey, Rat Pack, Editor Matt here. This section might get a little choppy. There was a pretty brutal verbal typo that we need to work around. So just ignore all that. But just know we know who the presidents were, and we know that one of them was, in fact, Gerald Ford. Okay. Thanks, Rat Pack. What I said was Nixon, Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter.
You said
Gerald Ford.
But I think you are right about Nixon. I did slip up on that, but I think you had the bigger slip up of the two. If I had to pick one out,
Debatable for sure.
If I had to pick which slip up that was mine, I picked the right one. So.
Okay. I don't know if I want to say anything else.
Yeah, I would refrain personally.
I'm so glad you brought up flowers because that's one of my topics, but not this topic. Can I jump to one of my topics now?
Yeah, I think it's your turn.
Rest in peace, Jimmy Carter, of course. I didn't want to just gloss over the fact that you brought it up. Jimmy Carter Jr., of course. From what I understand, great man, not a well-loved president, but those don't always have to go hand in hand. Not to get too political. Wow, that was...
Wow, you're getting very political.
Yeah, this has not been...
This is crazy.
Yeah, this is a new... It's almost 2025, a new era for Until We Agree. Politics only. Okay. Okay, so... Let me put you on to my first surprise topic of the episode. How was your Christmas?
It was good. How was yours?
It was also good.
Am I supposed to know something or have something?
No, I would love for you to ask more questions.
What did you get for Christmas?
That doesn't matter. What happened was I was in Seattle. I got way more. I thought
we were gonna. I didn't know this.
No, I was hoping.
Just for the record. This was a surprise topic, and that's not a surprise to me. So I thought we would get into that later. But if you're going to bail yourself out with this as a surprise topic, we can.
No, I want to talk about this also. I'll answer your first question, as inappropriate as it was to ask that before. How the birth of my new niece has
right.
been.
I just thought we were going to talk about this later because it's not technically a surprise. That was like a known thing that happened, so it wasn't really a surprise topic.
Okay, since you want to talk about it so bad, what did you get for Christmas?
Oh no, I don't want to talk about that.
No, I want to talk about it now. What did you get for Christmas? I'll tell you what I got.
A good bit of money, some base layers, a jacket, climbing stuff.
And is that
it was a great Christmas.
I don't want to step on the toes of your surprise topics for the day. The base layer and jacket and stuff like that, is that for one of your surprise topics, or can I just bring it up now?
No, it's not. You can bring it up right now because I would never bail myself out like you're doing right now.
Okay, first of all, it's not a bailout to talk about a new member of my family, a direct relative to me.
Okay. We're going to get I have another question.
My sister was in labor for
we'll pivot back.
164 hours to give birth to this child.
That's a long labor.
It's not true either.
Did you make that number up?
Made it up completely.
Because that's 4 working weeks. And so that would have been crazy. A half day.
Yeah. Well, I would argue that one of the hardest jobs in the world is being a mother. So.
Okay.
Yeah. And it only was proven when I was in Seattle to witness motherhood up close. It looks really hard.
It sounds tough.
Yeah.
And what does the baby do?
That's the thing. Because
we've talked about babies before, and you've been unimpressed.
I don't have
previously.
I don't have more. I don't know if I have more answers for you. It didn't really do anything besides it. We don't call it it. I've learned we don't call babies it. She doesn't really do anything besides lay there and cry or sleep for the most part and eat. That's pretty much it.
Cry, sleep, eat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
that sounds like a good.
Which
time.
is on paper doesn't seem like it would make it a hard thing to do, but they make it look so hard. It's all those things are accomplishments to celebrate. It's not like how we do the same things every single day too, and it's oh, congratulations, Matt, you did the basic necessities of human life.
You ate lunch. Yeah, you ate lunch.
Exactly. Not only did I eat lunch, I made my own lunch, prepared it with my hands in a microwave, I'm doing real work, and this baby's getting lauded over for just waking up and eating milk.
Eating milk.
Yeah.
That is a crazy daily routine. And it goes on for quite a while if I understand it correctly.
Yeah, and they don't even care about TikTok or we had football on, NFL football. Didn't even seem to care about it.
She just didn't care.
She's a month old. She should have known by now. She was born in the middle of football season. She's had plenty of time to get into it. I don't know.
That is a tragedy.
Oh, what do you want to say?
No, I was just gonna ask. It doesn't change now that you're related to the baby. That doesn't change how you view babies. You still are unimpressed.
No, it's not that I'm unimpressed. I have great affection towards this one baby now. It's part of the family. That's my niece.
Uncle Matt. You're Unk.
I'm Unk now. What I'm trying to say is it looks really, really hard. It looks really, really hard. It looks so hard.
It looks like a full-time job, just like
Yeah, and
being there.
Here's the thing: is they're gonna have to go back to work at some point, and then what do you do?
And that's the thing. It's not even their full-time job. It's just like something else they have to do.
I'll shoot you straight. They have the time to do it now because they're both on leave. You know,
that's great.
Like,
right? Yeah.
They're handling it because that's what's going on. What happens when you have to go back to work? That's what's breaking my brain right now. They got so much other life to do besides this baby. But like the baby's number one. Oh, it looks so hard. It looks so hard. Seattle, though, I don't mind Seattle. You know how we like to talk about these big cities we visit, and kind of get to the
never been
and say if they're good or not. Frankly, it does become that black and white for me. Is a city good? It's more like there's levels of black and white, I guess. Like there's great cities, there's good cities.
Like there's gray in between. You mean it's not black and white at all?
I would argue that it's actually like a 5-point scale for me. And different array of colors, black, white, and gray. Yes.
Okay.
In Seattle,
and everything in between, probably.
Yeah, and frankly, the statistics could really get broken down further and further. But for the sake of this podcast,
like a wide spectrum, probably.
Yeah, there's a wide spectrum. I would argue it's no longer black and white one bit. What I will say about it, it was okay. I'll actually say Seattle was good. Seattle was good. It was on the upper echelon of major cities that I've been to.
But you need to give the context of like, what's the one worst city you've ever been to?
Well,
we all know what it is.
What's
the 5?
I went to
the best city you've ever been to?
I'm glad you brought that up. I want to maybe throw a new number one at you.
Interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
Which is
hear it.
And I don't. But the problem is I know it's so close, and I would almost argue that number one stays the same of worst city I've been to because of what the city is. Olympia, Washington competes now with Denver, Colorado for the worst city I've ever been to in my entire life.
Okay. I have not been to Olympia, so I can't speak on that. But what I will say about Denver is that it's held in a higher regard.
Right.
And so I feel like we have to grade it kind of on a curve. Where you have to give Olympia on a little bit more slack because it's not supposed to be Denver.
Right. But I will say Olympia, Washington, the only reason I'm bringing it up at all is it has a smaller town feel, obviously, than Denver. It is the state capital of Washington, though. That's the only reason I'm bringing it into the conversation at all. Yeah,
but I feel like a lot of states have smaller capitals than is their biggest city.
And yeah, no, totally. I'm totally fine with that. This is not even it's almost not even a big city at all. There's almost an argument for it not being a big city, period. Even a medium-sized city. It might just be a small town. And that's why I've been to small towns. I don't want to say every small town is bad. This one's bad. This is a bad small town. And it brought emotion similar to those which I equate to Denver, Colorado. That being said, Denver is held on such a high standard that we're not gonna let it slide off that number one spot because Denver's the worst, the absolute worst. And I think you would agree with that.
Yeah, 100%. But what would be 5 for you then?
As like the best city I've been to?
Yeah, the best a city can be.
I don't want to just say it because we were there together.
But I don't know. I know what you're gonna say. I don't even know if that could be 5 for me.
I know you're number 5. You're number 5, Chicago.
No.
Really?
I would put New York and Chicago at 4, but New York's higher than Chicago.
Okay.
But I don't know if I visited a 5 is what I'm thinking.
Oh, no, I think for this conversation, I don't want to just say that New York for me is number 5, never going to be beat. But I think just for the conversation, I think you had to have a top and a bottom, and that's just
right. If that's the spectrum, then yes, New York would be
is your 5 out of 5.
The 5. Yeah. I do think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and that means that, and of course we're not talking about European cities. We only talk about American red-blooded cities here. So we're
real cities.
Yeah,
real
cities. Exactly. But Olympia, horrible. Seattle, it's in there. It's in the middle somewhere. I didn't hate it. Thank you for asking what I got for Christmas. I got like way more lottery scratch-off tickets than I've ever gotten in my entire life.
Did you win anything?
I won. I think I won $32.
Ooh,
and there were no big winners at all. That was just I had that many scratch-off tickets this year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it seemed like the baby really took attention away from gift giving. Not to like put my family on blast. But yeah, that's kind of what happened.
Did the baby get any gifts?
I got the baby. The baby got more gifts than me, if I'm being honest. But
That's just how it is.
Yeah, I got the baby a gift, which I did not know I was supposed to do. And then my lovely fiance, who is so well versed in just these earthly things that we have to do when it comes to new life, spoke so kindly, somewhat meanly also, about how I need to actually just buy a stupid present for this baby.
And what, may I ask what you got?
I got, so they have golden doodles. Can I put you on the golden doodles for a second?
I love them.
Yeah,
They're nice.
They own 2 of them.
I think I've met them.
I'm sure
both.
you have. You were at Christmas. You were at our family Christmas last year for some reason. Now that I think about it.
What do you mean, Howard Family Game Night?
Yeah, Howard Family.
I was there.
Christmas Howard Family Game Night. Yeah.
That's also the first time that I met your fiance.
And I would argue the only time, because you have not come back to visit us once.
That's true.
There's an argument. I haven't been to visit you either, but
yeah, that's the last time we've seen each other, and it was on my accord. I drove there.
Yeah, that 6-minute drive, I'm sure, really meant a lot. It meant a lot to me.
You have to take into account the flight there before that as well.
Okay, I drove there. I think it was the exact same distance. Probably flight versus 2.5-hour car ride.
Right.
We won't get into TSA.
when you're involving planes, it's like a
sure.
big thing,
Sure. That's fine. Where are we talking? Oh yeah. So I got
Golden
these.
doodles.
Yeah. So I found these stuffed animals. One is like it's a golden doodle.
The replicas?
Like a pretty much. And one's like a smaller one that is stuffy, but it has a rattle inside of it. So it's like a baby toy. And then there's another one that's matching but bigger and just a stuffed animal that she can then grow into. So I'm hoping it becomes like a pillar of her childhood, these stuffies. But
Isn't that crazy that like it probably will be a pillar until she discovers an iPad in 10 years? And
in 10 years,
how about 10?
How about
10.
1 year? That's
And then
parenting.
All of a sudden, yeah, it's true. That's how you work. You lock the door with an iPad in the room, and I mean you just let the kid scroll.
Yeah, that's life, and that's life to the fullest. I love it. Okay, so yeah, that was my Christmas. One last note on my Christmas, actually. My lovely fiance, who we've talked about a couple of times now. This is actually the second time, so let's not give her too much credit this episode. She got both of us Until We Agree hoodies for Christmas, which is so sick.
Now you FaceTime me for this. This was sick.
Yeah.
I can't wait to wear it.
Yeah, I've got Tyler's in my closet right now, ready to hand it off to him, and let's call it our bachelor party here in a few weeks. I said ours because it's really about mine and your coming together for the first time in a while. Not about my
That's
marriage.
Gonna be crazy. That's gonna go crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait. So that is the end of my first surprise topic. Thank you for listening. Thank you for participating. And follow us on Instagram at Until We Agree and TikTok at Until We Agree if you want to participate yourself. Thank you.
So number 2, this episode, if you don't know, comes out on January -1, and by that I mean December 31st because I messed up the dates. So New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Rolls into New Year's Day if you're unfamiliar with the calendar.
Yeah. One after the other.
One after the other. New Year's resolutions. I thought we could make some for each other.
Okay. Do you have one for me to start out?
I hadn't really thought about it.
I love that.
To be on...
You came to me.
Well, I wanted no. I wanted to bring it up and then us to both be in the moment because I didn't want to have like all these prepared
you didn't want
zingers.
You didn't want to prepare
and then outdo you.
You didn't want to prepare for the number 112th podcast in Lebanon, a comedy podcast in Lebanon.
Well, we probably have moved up since then. Let's be honest.
You'd sure hope so. So yeah, okay.
But no, I just didn't want to. I didn't want to have like 5 zingers ready to go, and then you be stammering over there.
I already have one for you right now.
Okay, here we go. Let's hear it.
I think it's time because I'll be honest with you. It's kind of weird that I'm saying this because a big point in my evolution as an adult man was when I came to visit you in Austin, Texas a few years ago, and it kind of turned me into a foodie, which is interesting.
Okay.
And obviously your girlfriend was there, and she helped expand my horizons, and you were also just there helping by just driving us places. I think this is the year.
But do we have burgers? Like, what are you talking about? Expand your horizon?
No, we had a lot of different stuff, man. And it wasn't that like we had like anything crazy. It was just like there was stuff that I would not have tried in the past.
Barbecue.
Like, well, no, it wasn't just that, but it was about gaining the appreciation for what I was consuming, gaining that there's this whole great big wide world of food out there. That then I came back to Nashville.
I fed you Papa John's.
That's not I think you're missing the point. I garnered this appreciation for food that I never had before. I had always eaten for sustenance and survival, but it made me want to experience more of what food has to offer. That's what I'm trying to say here. and I don't want you to sit in your bubble. It broadened my horizons beyond that trip. And so I came back here and I was like super interested in trying all these new things. I think it's time for you to move beyond the chicken tender. I think it's time for you to move beyond.
You're disgusting.
Cheese pizza.
You're disgusting.
What do you mean? This is New Year's resolutions. This is what it's all about. And off the record, I don't want you to change because I actually love the things we eat when we're together.
Okay, I will. Moving on is strong, right? But what we can do is we can make a segment. I'll try a new food maybe every week.
Nice. Okay. Or even just
that?
maybe even once a month. I don't want to like
once a month.
I don't want to make things go crazy.
How many
here.
foods are there?
I think last count I like 26 or 27.
So like the alphabet.
Yeah, exactly. And so every month just maybe do 2 letters a month.
Okay, let's do it.
And every new food has to be the next letter of the alphabet.
Okay, that does make it harder, I feel like, but I'm sure we can pull that off.
Yeah, I mean, asparagus. Have you ever had asparagus?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you're
we'll,
right.
We'll
that
figure that
out. Yeah. that
but mine for
complicated.
you, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
Speaking of moving on with things that we should maybe leave in 2024.
Okay.
So you have maybe 4 or 5 sweaters in the rotation.
Bro,
that
you're going to make yourself look silly here.
No. I like them. And don't get me wrong, I like them.
Doesn't sound like it.
Like, no. Listen. I like them. They're nice sweaters.
Uh-huh.
It's just when you're wearing them in every picture, I'm like, oh, does he not have any other clothes, right? So that's what I'm thinking.
What picture are you talking about?
The one from Seattle.
Was I wearing a sweater in Seattle?
I'm pretty sure you were.
Are you talking about the elf sweater or are you talking about my knit sweaters?
The knit sweaters.
I want to defend myself for a second. I didn't want to wear that. I was forced to.
You were forced to?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I was told to bring it and wear it on the day to Seattle.
Well, it's also the one with the vertical stripes.
Bro, don't even talk about that sweater. That sweater.
I feel like I've seen those so many times.
That sweater is sick as the thing. So I'm going to keep wearing that one.
No, and I think you should keep wearing it, but add to the rotation. Same as the food.
Bro,
you add to the rotation.
You're right. No,
you're a sweater loving guy, and that's okay. But it's just maybe
Thanksgiving
we add
chic
to the rotation. Because guess what I'm bringing to Miami?
What's that?
Striped pants.
Oh no, not the striped pants. Those striped pants. Every time
because I know
wear
you're
them,
gonna want to see them.
You're actually so right. I actually do want to wear them. And the rat.
You're
pack,
gonna wear them.
Oh, did I say I'm?
I mean, you can.
We're gonna wear them.
I guess you can.
I should try them on for sure. But no, the rat
you
pack.
should try them on at the very least.
The Rat Pack needs to see these pants kind of in all their glory. I know we've posted them before, but really, just since we've been talking about it, you're right. So yeah, that's my only concern is you bringing up fashion. Is just that you do own those pants, and it almost your credibility almost falls flat.
I think we should note the pants are nice. It's not the pants' fault. It's that they're very specific.
They're very one-dimensional.
And oftentimes because I like them, I'm trying to wedge them in places where they just don't belong in Austin in the winter, and so it's tough. But you gotta find your spots.
No, that's actually so true, and that's actually a really mature thing of you to say. So, okay, I'm gonna come into Miami, and I'm gonna give the pants the biggest benefit of the doubt that I can. Truly, I'm gonna offer that to you because you were so gentle with me with the sweater thing, and I want to be gentle.
No, and
here's
the thing. I like the sweaters.
Right.
I like the sweaters. It is like your go-to casual wear. I want to see. You know what I want to see?
What's that?
Not polos, but those knitted polos.
I'm so scared of those.
I think you kill that.
They look cool. But then I think they're not going to look cool on me is the thing.
No, I think you got that because it's just the next step. I think it's a little bit more cool and casual, and less seasonal even.
Yeah, no, I'm totally aligned with you on that. It's just a confidence thing that maybe you've now given me for 2025 to take the leap for the first time. But you're right. I think they look cool, and I also think I'm scared of them. So I think there is something deep inside that I need to address that is bigger than just fashion. It's an insecurity of mine. And I think 2025 is all about getting rid of those insecurities.
Confidence.
Yeah. I need to gain some confidence. I'm getting
Because
married.
you're getting married. You're turning 25.
I'm turning 21, but yeah, I'm turning 21.
21.
It's time to grow up a little bit.
It is time to grow up.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a great year to do that.
Yeah.
Because next thing you know, you're married, and then you're going to have a little Matt running around with an iPad.
Well, with an iPad, for sure. For sure. I don't know what fatherhood looks like, but I know it includes an iPad.
Well, it has to.
Yeah.
It's 2025.
Yeah, it's time. It's
Almost.
time. Yep. Pretty much. Yeah. So, okay. I think one's enough for us. We're not huge like growers and evolvers. You know, I think we like to stay with and kind of in the bounds of who we are. And I think that's fine.
Yeah, we pick our spot, and then we get really good at certain things.
Yeah. You used to not know how to climb at all. And now look at you. You're like an okay climber. You got a whole Instagram account dedicated to you climbing. Climber I hardly
True.
know her.
And you used to have a different haircut, and then you copied my haircut.
Okay. And I've stuck with it ever since because
So have I.
I'm in the pocket. I'm in the pocket. I'm feeling
In
good.
Big
I'm
Flower's
feeling
pocket?
groovy. I am in Big Flower's pocket. That's for sure. Thank you for bringing that up. It's time, I think, to talk about it. My next surprise
Okay.
topic of the day.
Okay.
Big Flower.
You figured it out?
Yes and no. Since
Oh.
our last podcast, not the Christmas episode, but the one where we talked about this in depth, I said that I would come more prepared with updates. I don't necessarily have those updates.
So
But
wait.
No,
You
hold
said
on. I
you
did
would
something.
come
I did something. I did something with it
Okay.
though. I did something with it though. I did something.
And so by more prepared, you meant just like not prepared at all. Just to be
Well,
clear.
no, I am more prepared than I was last time because I have all that prior information. I will say those flowers have died. I don't know what that means. That was weird. I didn't know that was
Wait, when?
like I don't know. I was in Seattle when it happened, so it could have been anywhere from 2 to 5 days ago.
Okay. And when did Jimmy Carter? Never mind.
Okay.
Never mind. That's
No, they were dead prior to Jimmy. So, but it's weird.
That would
it's
be
a weird
crazy timing.
Yeah, it would have been very. But I didn't. What is Big Flower? What are they trying to send me? What message are they trying to send me by sending me dead flowers? You
life
know?
is temporary, I guess. That's all I can
Yeah,
really think of.
I don't
But
know.
what'd you learn? What'd you learn?
I talked to Hutch about it, and
Oh, no.
we value Hutch a lot here
We
on this
do.
podcast. If you don't know, we say hit it Hutch
You know what?
because he wrote our what's it called?
Our he's a seal. No. You're funny, man. Our intro song.
Our intro song, yes, our intro song, and so we value him a lot here. He's an important guy to us. I am confident that he did not send us these flowers, but when I was talking to him about this over lunch, he said, "Oh yes, that was definitely Kim." He doesn't know that. He doesn't have like any evidence.
It's just an inkling.
He is so also sure that it's Kim.
Yeah, I think it makes the most sense.
Right. And I have a fun little surprise. I'm not sure if it's going to pan out or not. We're calling Kim right now to confront her live on
Let's
air.
go.
She doesn't know this is happening. I don't
Nope.
even know where to find her name in my phone. Hold on one second.
Well, I would look in the context
Yep,
first.
Yep. That's exactly where it was. Okay, here I go. Do you hear that?
I don't hear a thing, but I'm sure the mic does.
Okay.
Hello?
I hear.
Do you hear? Okay.
Yeah.
Kim, you're live on an episode of Until We Agree with Matt and Tyler.
You're kidding.
We have something we need to talk about with you. And you need to tell us once and for all, with your own words, where did the flowers come from? It's time.
What? Sorry, but
You sound busy, and I hate to bring this.
for NDA purposes, I have to tell you it's a mayonnaise commercial.
Okay. Yeah, Kim's very important. She works on in media. Okay.
I work on stuff. It'll be fine.
So tell us about the flowers, please. It's time. We know it was you. Can you just admit it
Which
once and for all?
flowers?
The flowers that were sent to me from Big Flower.
What flowers?
What- yeah.
How dare you?
That's your answer.
Tyler also
Literally just
exclaimed,
said who they're from.
"Big Flower, how dare you?" So, or what did you say, Tyler? Is that what you said?
Something like
Something like that.
along those lines.
Oh, something along those lines. He said that. Can you just tell us? We're recording live. We're gonna.
Sensing some discord
We're not
from the
hanging
boys.
up.
You
until she admits it.
We're not.
flowers came from.
We're not hanging up until you admit it. We will go all night if we have to. We're already at the 30-minute mark of this episode, so please tell us soon. But we're willing to stick it out.
Matt, I got bad news. I did in fact buy flowers on December 12th. However, they were for my mom's birthday because it was on the 18th.
Kim, you don't think I know when your mom's birthday is? Grow up for a second. That's not true though. You also bought flowers. I'm so sure you were. I don't.
It was a 2-for-1 deal.
It was a 2 for.
I've seen the commercials.
It was a 2-for-1 deal. Tyler has seen the commercials. Just admit it. Just admit it. We won't. We don't care. We don't care. We're not gonna be mad.
I wish that I could. It was not me. It wasn't my credit card. I didn't purchase them.
It wasn't your credit card.
What does that mean?
Was it your boyfriend? Not to air him out, but did he pay for it?
Whoa. He did not.
Kim, this is making me furious because we know it's you. Like we know there's no one else it could possibly be.
Where did the
That's
money
crazy.
come from, Kim?
Where did the money come from? I don't have that information anymore.
Oh, so that was your giveaway?
What are you saying right now?
Oh,
What?
who has dollars?
Yes, who has the disposable income to do something stupid like this? Kim, yes, we know it's you. Like, just tell us. You're working on a mayonnaise commercial
Wait,
right now.
her debit card. Her debit card.
Debit card. Was it a debit card? Just tell us. Oh, it's making me so mad. Just tell us. Just admit it.
That everything is boiled down to all you have to talk about is where flowers came from.
That's not.
You guys got to move on to bigger topics.
Did I
The
mention?
Q&A, Matt.
Did I mention we were on the 30th minute of this podcast?
33rd
You
now.
probably haven't even gotten to Q&A.
We haven't gotten to Q&A yet, but it's coming. You're going to be on it. I know it. I'm looking at the agenda right now. But just tell us if it was you. Hutch already thinks it was you. Hutch agreed with us. Everyone agrees that it's you. The whole podcast agrees, which is weird for this podcast. It's called Until We Agree. Just help us to agree here for a second. I know you're busy. You're working right now. You need to get back to work, and we're not letting you leave.
Okay. I did in fact purchase flowers. I thought it would be a fun little treat, and then I felt dumb because you were out of town when they were delivered. What a delightful! No one gets hurt with this prank.
But
It's a joyful little treat for you guys to feel special and
Yeah.
have fodder for the podcast.
and I'll admit it, it was so much fodder. It's been so much fun. You actually were the one who lost though, because I was in fact out of town. I didn't see him for 4 days.
Yeah, that was pretty buns.
Yeah. But you know, okay, we'll let you go after this. Thank you for finally admitting it. Tyler didn't believe that I could get to the bottom of this. Can you just tell us once and for all, for our own safety and security, are you in Big Flower's pocket or were you acting alone?
No, it was just me. I thought it'd be a silly little thing.
Well, I now
I feel like
think
that wasn't a direct answer. She just said no, right?
she
I
did
was
say
so
she
close
did
to
say
sending
no.
flowers to your mom's
But
house
no to
on
what?
Christmas.
Which one?
I
What
really
was that?
thought about it.
Well, that would have been funny too because we were not at my mom's house. That would have been silly.
No, but if you thought your mom was Big Flower,
My mom doesn't even know about the podcast. She just found out about it over Christmas break. She would have been just confused. She would have been delighted by the flowers, but
I hope she joins
Maybe felt
the crew
threatened
of
for
web
me.
browser women. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, for sure.
Beasties.
For sure. You know what? The web browser women, they surprise us every day. I really hope this audio is loud enough for the recording, or this is going to be a real bummer of the last 6 minutes. But we want to say, Tyler, say it with me at the same time. Thank you.
Thank you.
For finally admitting,
For
and
finally.
it was very funny, and we really appreciate your.
That was a
commitment.
great bit.
It was a great bit. We were ecstatic for days about it, and even more ecstatic now that we know we're not going to get killed by Big Flower yet.
Nah, you're all right.
All right, cool. All right, good luck with that mayonnaise commercial. We will talk to you soon. You'll hear Kim's name here in about 3 minutes on Q&A. Bye, Kim.
Thank you, Kim.
Bye.
Woo, that was fun. Finally got an answer. It was the answer we all knew was the truth the whole time, but it feels good to have an answer.
Yeah, I just needed some closure.
Yeah, just to
Should
help
I
us
should
sleep.
now as a bit to get her back, should I call the police and say that she threatened my life?
Yeah, you so should. That would be so funny. She would go to jail and everything. It would be so good. Yeah,
Oh, that'd be good.
that would be good. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I guess it's the end of Big Flower.
Yeah, usually we have 3 surprise topics, but we're kind of running long, so maybe we should just go right to the Q&A, because last time we left out Q&A, we were slaughtered in the comments.
Yeah. I don't know how long Q&A is going to take because the 2 Q&A questions. Ronnie first asks, what happened to Q&A?
Well, I think we can go back to the Q&A that we missed. And use that.
We can, because we did this Christmas episode. It was a quick, and for those of you who may not have caught on, great episode. Go back and listen to it. It's super short, only 10 minutes long. It was all AI generated Christmas stories, including me and Tyler, Matt and Tyler from Until We Agree. That's all it was. Very cute. The baby loved it. She fell asleep right to it. It's our ASMR. It's our ASMR episode that will help you sleep at night. So if you're ever feeling tired and want to get some sleep but you can't just because your mind's racing, put that episode on. It'll put you to sleep faster than counting sheep. You can guarantee that. What were we talking about? Yeah, so we didn't do Q&A.
We were, yeah. Okay. You just went on a rant about falling to sleep to the podcast for some reason.
Yeah,
but,
sorry.
Yeah, if we go back a week, the Q&As. So you put in there, who sent us flowers? Right, that was the episode title.
Yes.
So I believe this is Ronnie's response to that question. Ronnie said Sean Combs.
Right, and who would be Diddy? And I
Diddy.
wonder if I had to guess. It's been a while since we recorded that episode. If I had to guess, probably you said Diddy ? At some point in that episode, and that was Ronnie probably then responding to that comment. Because what Ronnie does is he'll say something just out of context and make it a question, and then we have to like rack our brains to figure out what he's asking exactly.
It's like a little riddle because he listens intently to the episode and finds his spot, but it's a lot easier the week after. But now we're a couple weeks after.
Yeah,
so
it's been a minute.
It has been a minute. And then Kim asked, if you could fight any living book author, who would it be?
And we now know that Sean Combs did not send us flowers. It was Kim, who also last week's episode goes no Christmas Q&A with the crying face emoji in the comments of Spotify. Leave a comment on Spotify to get your own comment listed on Until We Agree. But yeah, so she also asked this question. If I'm being totally real with you, I can name one living author. So by default,
surely you can. Wait, I think I know who you're gonna name, and I was actually gonna maybe pick the same one.
Yeah, well, it has to be J.K. Rowling.
Yeah,
who else?
I knew that you were gonna pick that because you're a big Harry Potter head.
Mm-hmm.
But also, not a bad pick in this context either.
Okay. Can you name more authors than that living?
Yeah. No, we got Stephen King. We got.
Is he living
George
still?
R.R. Martin. Yeah.
No, they're not living still.
Yeah. No, they are though.
Oh, okay.
And then you got Colleen Hoover. You got. There's so many authors.
And are there any others that you would want to fight at all?
Oh, any of those I want to fight. Honestly. Who's that one guy that wrote that Captain Underpants book?
Oh, Dave Pilkey.
Dave Pilkey. Mostly because the way he spells his name is criminal.
Crazy.
D-A-V.
Crazy that we both have Dave Pilkey sitting in our back pockets. That sits in like a deep part of our brain folds. And I can also give you Jeff Kinney for Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Diary of the Wimpy Kid. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? We could have.
More living authors.
We could have used.
I haven't checked their status or Wikipedia's lately, but I'm assuming they're still kicking.
Yeah, isn't that crazy though that our brains work like that? You can recall that information so quickly.
Let me put you on the brains real quick, man.
It's crazy, but like they also like forget like what you did like 2 days ago sometimes. You know, and so you have to sit and pause to think about what was I doing 2 days ago, and you sit there for about 8 or 10 seconds, and then it finally comes back to you. Oh yeah, this is what I did 8 or 10 seconds ago, as in 2 days ago.
8 or 10, yeah.
Yes.
There we go.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I have one more surprise topic. I just want to talk about it. It's so quick. It's my last. I know that you said we're running short on time, which we definitely are. We'll wrap it up so quick.
We have time for one more.
I'm just getting a little ticked off, if I may use colorful language. I know that's not what we do here because we're family friendly, and now we have a newborn baby listening to the podcast. But it kind of ticks me off how every time I like go outside to do something socially, I'm spending $40. Why am I spending $40 every time I go outside? It
on
stinks.
What? That seems like a you problem.
No,
what do you mean?
I bet if you sat back and thought about it too, and I'm sorry for jumping onto the back end of Q&A like this, but this was my main topic I wanted to talk about today. Why am I spending $40 for anything I do?
We need context, because what are you talking about?
Say you want to
What
go.
are you spending $40?
Say you want to go to a meal socially. You're spending
that's
$40.
Yep. Okay.
Say you want to go to a
that.
movie. That's $40.
Is it?
Yeah. Are you not
Yeah.
buying
No.
for your girlfriend?
Yeah.
That's $40.
Well, I just like the tickets can come out to like $25 if you get the deal.
Yeah,
but
but
then
who's
if
gonna?
you want popcorn?
You have
and
to
a
get
Coke?
snacks though. Like you have.
Jeez,
I used to. What are the kids saying? I used to raw dog movies and just go and sit through them and not have any snacks. And I would maybe still do that if I was going alone. But like if you're going with someone, you have to get a snack. You just have to. I don't care. Like I'm at the point where it's like I've developed a checking account. Like I have a credit card. Like I'm gonna spend money at places to enhance my experience. Like I've worked hard enough in my career to get to the point where I can do that on my off hours.
Okay, but you can't say that and then get mad that you're doing it.
No, it's not that I'm mad about doing it. I would pay $30 happily. Why am I spending $40?
Oh, but 40 is just too
like,
much money.
No, but it's like, why is it? And like, if I'm going to a movie, it's fine. I'll shell out the $40. That's fine. But like every time I go outside, I feel like I'm spending $40 on something else. You want to look at like a tree? Here, give me $40. You can go look at a tree. Like it's
no, that situation that you just laid out has never happened.
Well, the longer you live in life, you're gonna find a tree that's gonna cost you $40 to look at. I'm not just saying that. And I think the Rat Pack is going to agree. If you're listening right now and you spend $40 every time you go outside, basically, leave a comment on Spotify or on Instagram or on TikTok at Until We Agree or on Apple Podcast or YouTube. Just tell us that you're tired of spending $40. I'm tired of spending $40 every time I have to go somewhere. It's
I'd
crazy.
be interested to know how much those flowers were too. Probably around that $40 mark.
I would hazard. Oh wait, Kim actually just sent me a receipt. No way. Those flowers were $39.99.
Woo!
$39.99.
Because I'm pumped.
Yeah,
I called that, but
you have to.
dang, that was crazy timing too.
Exactly. That's what I'm
okay,
saying.
but you were talking about the trees. Now that I think about it, I went to Yosemite.
Oh,
where those big trees are.
There's
other stuff in Yosemite.
That's an outdoor forest. That's just nature. You're spending $40, aren't you?
But you probably spend about $40 to get in there.
You spend about $40 to do that. Oh, I'm so sick of spending $40. Oh, I'm so sick of it.
I'm sorry, bro.
Why can't something not just be like $15?
Well, it is for you.
No, I know, but that's not. I'm betrothed now.
I hear you.
Is that maybe what it was?
What happened to
back
equal rights?
Back in the day, I used to be okay. We'll get back to the equal rights thing in a second. Back in the day, was I spending $20 on everything, and now I spend $40 because
I think that's what it was.
Maybe I have venom for no reason. Maybe
no, there's a reason.
Maybe nothing's really. Is it equal rights?
It's equal rights.
And with that, we want to say thank you so much for listening to today's episode of Until We Agree with Matt and Tyler. Leave us a like, leave us 5 stars, leave us a follow, because we're going to New York City, a 5 out of 5 city right now for both of us, to race on Times Square, see who's faster once and for all at 5,000 or 10,000 followers, whatever we said it would be. And leave us a follow somewhere. Check us out anywhere. And I'll say it right now. Actually, no, Tyler, you say it.
Hit it, Hutch.
This show's called Until We Agree. Oh, thank you for listening.
I thought you were going to Matt Damon.
Oh, I'm Matt Damon.
Is that Canadian?
Wasn't he in like an Irish?
That was
an Irish movie.
That was Canadian Matt Damon.
Oh no!
Try
He's
Irish
not
again.
Canadian.
Try Irish again.
How do Irish people sound?
Oh, welcome to the market. I'm going to the market.
That's like Swedish.
No, that was pretty close though. Try that, but be Matt Damon.
Hold on. I'm top of the morning. I'm Matt Damon.
Okay, that was actually really good, Matt Damon. Now do that.
Thank you.
But he's really small.
Top of the morning. I'm Matt Damon. I'm in downsizing.
Here it is.